Hello students, welcome to today's art class. We're going to be working on paper lanterns. First, you have to create your own designs so that you have an idea as to what you want to do with your lanterns. As you can see, I have 3 different shapes and 3 different ideas. My lantern design, we're going to go and get our materials, okay? Because this is going to be a perfect square, I do want to have a ruler. My other thing that I want to make sure I have is colorful paper. So there's my colorful paper. If you do not have colorful paper, you can use your sketchbook. Go to a beautiful clean page and get paint, any kind of paint. It can be acrylic, it can be watercolor. I would suggest water-based, so no oils. So I have my water paints right here, and you can take these and paint a whole page, all the beautiful pretty colors that you want. So I already went and I made my own colorful paper, and you'll see that in a few minutes. Right now it is drying, okay? So what you need to figure out first is how big is this going to be, okay? From there, you figure out how many pages do you need? Is it all going to be the same color? Are you going to change from the different pages and work with different colors? So you can see this is A5, which is perfect. We can even cut this in half and make it a perfect small little lantern. It doesn't have to be too big. Obviously, if we're going to cut it down, you need scissors. I want to make these little shapes on the inside, so instead of trying to cut that out with scissors, what I did is I went to the Souk bookshop and I got myself a model small little art knife. Do you see that? So this is just an art knife. This is the one that I'm going to be using at school. Sometimes you girls are using this one as well. I've lent it to quite a few of you. So you can get one of these if you think this is going to be too hard to cut. So I went ahead and got that, okay? Since we are going to glue the sides together, you're going to need glue. So I have both my glue stick or I have a glue pen, whichever one you decide is better for you. I still have my pencil here. And if you want to be a little bit more fancy and you want to draw on top of the white paper instead of painting it, if you have markers, if you have pens, so these are the markers that I have at home. So you can use that and color on a white paper. Okay, so the idea is that I have this, and with this one, I want to make sure that I have an open space because I want to put a little light inside of here. Okay, that's the point, or I put a little light inside of here. Okay, remember that little light from the shop? It looks like this. I'm just going to show you. And it has that little flame, right? And at the bottom, it has this switch, and you can turn it on like that so you don't burn down the house, okay? This is a paper lantern. We're not going to put real fire. We can use just one of those little tea lights, and we're going to place it inside so it lights it up from the inside, okay? Up and down is just about 15 centimeters, okay? So just so that I don't forget that, I'm going to put 10 1/2 here by 15 right there, just so that I remember and I don't get this mixed up. And I can be like, oh, okay, if it's going to be this tall and this wide, maybe I can put a little section right here. So this whole thing is 15, and I can fold this down and then fold it. So I will show you that in a little bit, but I just need to remember my sizes, okay? So from here, I'm gonna go ahead and crease. One more time. This is where the size here is important, 10 1/2. So if I go right here and I go 10.5, okay, then I can think about it and be like, okay, this one, I'm gonna put 1 centimeter, okay? So I'm gonna show you up here. So 1 centimeter to right here, okay? You're gonna make a little mark. So centimeter, okay, and over here, 1 centimeter, okay, and then on the edge, 1 centimeter, and on this edge, so what I have, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, okay? So I'm going to check, fold this. Okay, and then do the same thing to this one, and to this one. They're all gonna look like this, okay? Folded. Now you're going to know where these are all going to be connected. That means inside of this space for all of them, this is where you're going to put your design. Okay, so I have my stars, I have my moons, so I'm going to go ahead and design all of these right here, okay? Just gonna go ahead and cut out all of those little shapes. So that's why I have this one. So I pulled it out of its box. You just open this right here and very carefully, please, you pull out one of the blades, okay? So I'm gonna close that up, put them back to the side. I don't need all of them. Pop it out, undo this, my brand new blade right into the slots. It fits perfectly, okay? Tighten this up, so really tight so it doesn't fall out. This should just go on the back, don't lose the lid, okay? So now that I'm ready for this, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put my sketchbook to the side over here. I put a piece of cardboard on my table because, oops, I'm just gonna put the lid over there. Okay, I don't wanna mess up my table, okay? Don't mess up the table. So we need to put something thick onto the table so that it doesn't cut and accidentally mess up your beautiful table, okay? So you can use any kind of cardboard. You can use literally anything that can be thrown away inside of the house, okay? So this, I have no problem getting cut. If you have a palette, okay, my palette is ready for painting, but I can use the back side of it, okay, and I can cut on top of that as well. Like, you can literally use anything that it doesn't matter if it gets little marks or little cuts on it. It's not a big deal. This one was for me the easiest because I just bought something. So this is where I'm going to go ahead and start cutting out all the shapes to show you how the light is going to show through these little spots, okay? out, you can see the shapes cut through. The next step that I am going to do is the base. Okay, so I need the bottom part of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ruler again and measure only where it folds from right here to right here. Okay, so that's going to give me about 8, yeah, so about 8 inches. Do you see how like that folds like right there? And this one is right here. Okay, so if I move it back there, it's 8.5 actually. Do you see that? Okay, so if it's 8.5, that tells me, and this one, all of them are going to be probably exactly the same. It's going to go all the way to 8.5. Okay, so that means I need to cut out a square that is 8.5 inches. That's 8.5 inches. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to fold this and I'm going to figure out where is the bottom. So I like it like this, so this is going to be the bottom. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to put a little cut in that little square that's down there. Do you see that? I split it in half. Down here, same thing. Split it in half. Okay, so now that's split. For this one, I think I want it like this. Okay, so I'm gonna split that little square in half right there. Okay, so that means that this is now my base. Do you see how I can go like this? So I can fold this up and this goes like that perfectly. Or you can put it on the inside. It doesn't really matter. Okay. So it's going to go like this, and it's going to go like that. So it's going to make this little perfect corner right there for you. Okay, so what's going to actually happen here is this is going to fit perfectly right here. And if it doesn't, like, do you see how mine's not perfect? Okay, actually, this one, I can fold a little bit. Guesstimate. Okay, so that's going to go right here. So this is where your glue goes. Okay, you're going to glue it here to here. You're going to glue this one here to here. Okay, that'll be my glue. This shelf is for here. These glued in. You can see the bottom here. All of it is glued. You can see the top. All of it is glued. Okay, so if you see these little tabs and you don't want it to go up there, we can cut these off. That's not going to be a big deal. It'll look fine either way, okay? So for me personally, I might not like them too much, so I think I'm going to cut them off. Then the other thing you're going to do is this side and this side are going to glue together so that it looks like that, okay? And it's going to have glue on the inside right here. So I'm going to do the same thing. What I had to do when I was gluing it down is make sure that this one and this one was still up so that they didn't get stuck underneath there and then I got messed up. So do you see how this one and this one, this one and this one is still here, and this one and this one is still here. So let me glue it all together. Glued, you have to be very careful because you don't want it to get undone suddenly. Okay, so I'm just being really careful. I'm pinching it. My fingers just carefully on the outside. Make sure that that glue is sticking, especially right there on the edge. So I'm being super careful. Sticking it back. Okay. Okay, so this is what it looks like right now. what I'm gonna go ahead and do is, remember this tape I showed you? I love this tape, but as I was thinking about this, I also have other tapes. I don't have to use this one. So I'm thinking about this edge right here, and maybe I think I'm just gonna go ahead and put the tape. Another thing I found at the shop was these gold pilot pens. So this is similar to the Sakura gold pen I have inside of the classroom. Okay, so if you want to do something like this, you can use this, you can use silver Sharpie, you can use gold Sharpie, you can use anything on the outside of here. But of course, because it is Ramadan, I think I'm going to go ahead and use this one and add a little bit of designs here. I'll put some tape around it. So let me just go ahead and see what I can do. Be creative and decorating this a little bit more. As you can tell, I have left these to the side because I want to use them. I really do like them. I think they are pretty. I want to see what I can do when I hang this and maybe use these as decoration as well. Okay, so let me go ahead and see what I can do with this one first, and then I'll go ahead and play with those. Okay, so in the time lapse, you can see I did all of the designs on here. I placed the tape at the bottom edge, all the way around the edge. This also is a good support, so if the glue isn't working perfectly, this is going to keep it together. Did the same thing to the top. And what I ended up doing is, maybe it was really fast, I'm sorry, you would take this, the scissors, you clip right here just a little bit, and you take the one side of the scissors, you stick it in there, and you rotate it a little bit to get this hole. Once you get the hole, you stick your ribbon right through. You measure it so that you have it as high as you want. Then I just did a really loose tie because this is really thick string and this isn't very heavy, so I don't have to tie it. If you want to tie it and make it a little bow, that is completely up to you. That is up to what you think looks prettier, but this is the final product. How am I going to hang this so that it can be seen, and on that same string or ribbon, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to hang or stick these with a little string so that these don't go to waste, because they're still really pretty, they're really cute, I really like them, and I took all the time to cut them out, so I didn't want them to get messed up. I think I would be happy doing something with these. If you have pencil marks all over them, like I do, don't go and erase them. It's fine. You can be creative. You can use your pens. You can use tape on top of them. You can literally do anything you want. So on these ones, what I think I want to do, good luck making yours. I'm really excited to see what you come up with. Don't forget to take pictures of the progress and put that in a PowerPoint so that I can see I did this and then I did this and then this is what it looks like in the end. Okay? And I will show you mine in a little bit. Good luck! I hope you like this project and I can't wait to see yours. Make sure you get it on time and in the Dropbox.